Hey, what's happening everyone? Sir James coming at you guys with another video, and today's video is just a small little channel update or vlog, if you will. Just kind of want to talk in general, kind of go over some of the items that I picked up and what's been happening on the channel and all that fun stuff. I know you guys are probably really concerned as to what had happened to my videos from this morning and of course this afternoon as to why they were removed. Thing is, I don't want to go into too much of discussion about it, and the matter of the fact is that everything will get resolved soon. I did receive the game courtesy through the network. I did have permission to upload the content, and then there was some kind of miscommunication. That's why the situation is at where it's at now. But again, hopefully everything will get resolved soon, so nothing to worry about there. Just only on my end, which is why I'm kind of being cautious at this point in time. But that's as much as I'm going to discuss about it, so no need for alarm. Now, the next thing I want to go ahead and go over is some of the items that I recently picked up, and of course something that I'm also putting together for anyone who's interested in cosplay or specifically anime, to be more specific, Attack on Titan, which I'll save that for later on, and of course something that I'm planning on getting as well. So let's go ahead and start with pickup items, starting with this right here, which is a rotating base. Now, some of you might be familiar with the base I was using before, which is this right here. Now, this is something that you could find at Bed Bath & Beyond, and of course the kitchen section. And basically this is a rotating base, one that you have to use manually, and this is something that would go in a cabinet, of course. And this is fine and dandy. No, this is the largest size for about $8 or $9. You could go smaller if you want. But I've always wanted to get one of those electric ones, and people are saying that I should get one of those electric ones. Well, the point is, I finally have one, which is this one right here. I got this on eBay. It was about $35 to $45, so not too bad, and the shipping was great. I looked up videos. There was a couple of videos based on this particular model, and I really liked it for one main reason, is that not only is it powered, but it could support a lot of weight, up to 25 pounds. So there's a couple switches here. One of them is for the LED, which it's already broken for me. I've only used the LED twice now. But it doesn't matter because the LED serves really no purpose for me at all. But what matters, of course, is the base working, which is currently rotating, but there's nothing there. So let me go ahead and turn this off. And I do have this really heavy bank here, which is probably heavier than the Xbox One, mind you. So I have this little Stormtrooper piggy bank helmet that's currently heavier than the Xbox One. Flip on the switch. As you can see, it has a nice steady flow, and of course what's nice is that it'll rotate in two different directions. So if you rotate this, there you go. So you could either rotate left or to the right. So I thought that was pretty neat. If you are interested in this, I will provide a link to the eBay page if I remember before uploading this video for you guys. The next item is that I also picked up the PlayStation 3. Now, I did already have the PS3, but back when the PS4 came out, I sold it to get some of the launch titles and all that fun stuff, because I figured, you know, current generation is here, so that's going to be the main thing, and that's what I want to focus on. And it's to the point in time where I really miss the PlayStation 3, because as any PS4 owner knows, the PS4 doesn't have backward support. We do have the PlayStation Now function, but if we already own the games, why would we utilize that function? So it's like, how we're going to play these games? And in this case, we would have to use the PS3. And I really miss it because there's a lot of good titles there, many of which I haven't yet to get to experience, especially RPGs in general, that I'm really looking forward to adding to my collection. But I'm also missing playing games such as the Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 HD Remix, and of course the Metal Gear Solid games. Speaking of Metal Gear, on Steam, I did pick up Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. It was on sale for about $27, and I also picked up Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. If you haven't played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, it's actually a decent title. It's not really a main installment of the Metal Gear storyline, but you do get to play as the badass version of Raiden, and of course the boss fights in general are just fun. It's just a really good, decent game to enjoy if you like hack and slash titles. But anyways, back to the topic of Metal Gear Solid. Again, just nice going back to playing some of the ones that I enjoy, especially my personal favorite, which is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Highly recommend it. If you don't have a PlayStation 3, but you do have a Vita, you can find that game on the Vita. Great game on a portable device, so highly recommend it. The other items I picked up is that I also picked up a collector's edition. I didn't do an unboxing video for it because I picked it up today, and with the things that were happening this morning, I was just not in the mood to do so. But I picked up this, which is the Just Cause 3 Collector's Edition. I have yet to play the game. Actually, I was playing it today. It's, you know, not too bad of a title. Not as great as the second one in my opinion. But I picked this up. This was on clearance for about $62, so this came out to be like $65, $66 with tax. And you get some goodies here, which of course you get your day one copy of the game with some DLC vehicles. You also get this large map here. I'm not going to unfold that right now, or maybe I will, I don't know. Actually, let's just unfold that right now. Let's see, how long is this video? Because of the strike, I can't upload anything longer than 15 minutes. So, yeah, that's the other reason why I'm kind of down. Alright, here we go. So, this serves as a double-sided poster. So, you have poster on one side, and then, of course, you have maps with the different locations on the other side. So, pretty cool things there. You also get a code to try to win an island. I guess that was one of their big giveaways. You also get, of course, the art book. That's what the art book looks like. And the biggest item in there is this replica grappling hook. So this is just cost 3. Sorry for the light glare. As you can see, a lot of scratches, nice detailing there. This is not a wearable one, by the way. This is just to be displayed. However, if you want, you could just get a grinder or just a cutting tool and just grind down the middle portion here, sand it down from the edges, and of course add some Velcro. Then it could be a wearable device, but that's just an idea if you were wanting to do that. So that is that. Of course, you have this little base here, which is easily going to be a desk magnet, but I thought that was pretty neat. And for $62, $63, I'm not complaining because I don't really know how much it was when it first came out. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of pickup items. The other thing in terms of what exactly am I doing, which is why I mentioned cosplay, is right now I'm actually putting a cosplay together for the anime show known as Attack on Titan. At the moment, I do have a cloak here, which I did order another. I did order another cloak from a different seller to kind of see which one I liked, and of course, there's going to be 2 different ones here. The one I have here, the logo on it is sewed on, which is not really the best job. As you can see, there's a lot of flakes here and stuff like that. But the one I ordered, the second one, is actually printed, high quality print, so hopefully that one turns out better. And hopefully maybe the quality of the fabric will be a little bit better. But this was about $11 on eBay. And it does the job perfect. I mean, anyone who's trying to put a cosplay together. Because for me, unfortunately, I don't have the skills or ability to sew or make things from scratch. So I wish I did have the time to do something or the skill to do so. But you know, the cloak does its job good. Anyone who's trying to put cosplay together. Like so. As for the length of it, it's basically a one size type of deal, and it basically goes all the way down to where my fingertips are just being revealed from the cloak, and goes just slightly past my waist. Of course, on the back you do have the logo. Works out great, maintains its shape. When I first got this, it was a bit stiff, so after watering it down to get all the wrinkles out, it became really good fabric. I'm actually really enjoying it, but like I said, I'm going to see how this other one comes in. Hopefully it's more of a silk fabric, but we'll just have to wait and see. But that's the first part, and then I'm going to be ordering my jackets this week. Again, that's a bit of a pain because they have different size charts. Like they're using size charts from like Asia, then you have to kind of, you know, go for the American size. It's just one big hassle, and of course I also have to get the boots, which are going to be a pain as well. And the other thing I want to go ahead and talk about is what I'm going to be getting, or planning on getting. Eventually I'm going to be getting both, which is of course the new NVIDIA GTX 1080 graphics card, which recently came out. And the other one is that I was looking at a DSLR camera. Now I know for DSLR cameras, specifically a Canon brand, the most one that people would recommend is the Canon 70D, which is the best current model from Canon. So right now I'm actually going to be waiting because I'm going to be applying for a Best Buy credit card, and depending on how much my credit limit is that they give me will determine on which one I get. If they give me a good enough credit limit, then I may look into getting the Canon 70D. However, if my credit limit is the lowest factor, which is about 500 I think it is, then I was looking at getting the Canon T6i model, which is the YouTube Creator Kit bundle. We get an extra lens. You also get a shotgun mic, which is a good one for the price. And of course, you also get a 32 gig SD card and all that fun stuff. So that's the other thing that I'm planning on getting as well. Now, I'm not planning on going to take out professional photography or anything like that, so which is why I don't want to spend too much money, but I do want to upgrade from what I currently have with this camera, because this camera is just a camcorder, which is this one right here. This is what I've been currently filming with. You know, a decent little camcorder. It can film in 1080p 60 frames. Of course, depending on the overall lighting of the subject will determine the overall quality. If it's too dark, it'll have a lot of graininess and fuzziness and you know, just different things like that. Just want to kind of get something that's an upgrade for what I currently have, and hopefully the Canon T6i or the Canon 70 will serve that purpose. And I really like the auto focus function on that as well, and I think it could really bring out the quality, especially when I'm doing those close-up shots during my unboxing videos. But again, we have to wait and see and kind of go from there, and that's pretty much it. But if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sorry for this video kind of being this format. Like I said, just what happened earlier today was just still on my mind, and I just want to kind of just talk with you guys in general, kind of let you know what's going on, not to worry about anything. And that's essentially it. But if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll provide links to some of the stuff that I've gotten, like the Attack on Titan cloak, or you could just wait till the other one comes in that I get. Same thing for the turntable, which I do want to mention this. I thought it was kind of weird, is that even though this is powered by you know, an outlet, you have a battery pack here, which when you open this up, there's no slots. I mean, you could put batteries in here, but you don't have the prongs sticking out to utilize power. So technically, I guess this is a battery stash, if you will. But just wanted to point out that weird factor. So it almost seems at one point this would have been a portable base, but at this point in time, it's not. Unless if you know how to do you know, soldering and stuff, you could probably change that. But anyways, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. So peace out.